this is Book BFF Lindsay, and I'm here today to talk to you about the 5 books that I would like to see be made into movies. This was created by Obsessed Reader, and I will link her original video down below. I wasn't tagged in this or anything, I just keep seeing it around, and I love books and I love movies, so I thought it would be perfect for me to talk about. First things first, I want to give a big thank you to everyone who subscribed, especially to Book BFF Melissa, because she's the only one of us that is regularly keeping up to date on this vlog. The first book that I would like to be seen made into a movie is Fire by Kristen Kishore. This is a set of 3 companion novels. The first and third, Graceling and Bitter Blue, are a novel and a sequel, and this one comes in the middle and it's a companion novel. I think all 3 of these would make excellent movies. They would be so beautiful, so good, but this one is my favorite, so if they only made one, I would want this one. It is about a girl called Fire, and she is, I don't know how to explain, she's magical, yeah, anyway, she's a monster, essentially, is what they call her, and it's about a land called the Dells, and it's just, it would be so good. It's fantasy, but it's sort of medieval, and there's magic, and just good, just so good. Make this into a movie. I'll be Fire, or anyone. I'll hold a teacup, I don't care, just put me in your movie. Okay, the second one that I think would be a really good movie is not actually that well known. Well, actually it's probably really well known, but it's not talked about a lot, at least not on BookTube. It is called A Spell for Chameleon by Piers Anthony. It was so good. It is about, okay, I'm gonna just read the back. It's called Xanth was an enchanted land where magic ruled, where every citizen had a special spell only he could cast. It was a land of centaurs and dragons and basilisks. For Bink of North Village, however, Xanth was no fairy tale. He alone had no magic, and unless he got some, and got some fast, he would be exiled forever. But the good magician Humphrey was convinced that Bink did indeed have magic. In fact, both Beauregard, the genie, and the magic wall chart insisted that Bink had magic. Magic as powerful as any possessed by the king or the good magician Humphrey, or even by the evil magician Trent. Be that as it may, no one could fathom the nature of Bink's very special magic. Bink was in despair. This was even worse than having no magic at all, and he would still be exiled. Thus begins Piers Anthony's enthralling Xanth series. It was so good. He goes on an adventure, and he meets a girl, and his life is in danger. It's really good. I actually think I might reread this soon. But anyways, I think this would make a remarkable movie, or a TV show. It could be, do all of them. It could be like Game of Thrones, maybe. I don't know. I like it. The third book that I think should be made into a movie is, again, a trilogy, and it is Birthmarked by, I'm gonna butcher your name, Cara M. O'Brien. I picked this up at the library last year and fell in love with it. This series, it's a trilogy. Okay, so there is a town, and the town is in the middle, and then there's a wall around the town, and then outside of the town there are like little villages around it, and all of the people in the villages have babies, and then the baby, well, everyone has, okay, so the babies get taken into the village to live. Most of them, not all of them, unless there's like a severe impairment or something like that. I'm really butchering this synopsis, but essentially what happens is this one girl, something happens to her family, and she ends up having to give birth. She doesn't give birth, she delivers the babies. Maybe you should just Amazon this, it would be better than what I'm giving you. Anyways, it's a trilogy. In the first book, she discovers something is happening inside the town, something evil. She escapes. She ends up going to another village where men are becoming extinct, and then that village is dying out, and they come back to this village, and I'm really ruining this, but trust me, it would be a really cool movie, and if you haven't read this book, you should, because don't listen to what I'm saying, just go look it up, and I'm sure you would like it. It is really cool. The fourth one that I think would make a great movie is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. Now, a friend of mine and I on Facebook just both finished Cress at about the same time, and we did our ideal castings for this, and this movie would be breathtaking. Like, if you think about all of the makeup and the special effects, like, it would be really cool. It would be really cool. And everyone loves fairy tale reimaginings. I mean, Once Upon a Time, you look at The Huntsman, Snow White and the Huntsman, there's now Angelina Jolie's, like, it's really popular right now. It would have lots of different ethnicities of actors in it. All of the females are, like, kick-ass. Oh, I would, this one should be a movie. I bet you anything, I'm gonna go on IMDb and they're gonna be, like, in talks to make it a movie, because it would be really great. The 5th book that I, for selfish reasons, want to be a movie is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. Oh, just touching this book makes me happy. Okay, so this is an epic fantasy novel. I've owned it for a while and I didn't read it until last week, and I've powered through the first 2. I have the book of novellas on its way to me right now. Don't know how I'm gonna make it till September to get Heir of Fire. Okay, so again, it's a world of magic, but this time the magic is gone. So in a world without magic, an assassin is summoned to the castle. She comes not to kill the vicious king who rules from his throne of glass, but to win her freedom. If she defeats 23 killers, thieves, and warriors in a competition, she will be released from prison to serve as the king's champion. Her name is Selena Sardothian. I'm just so excited just like reading the back of this. Okay, so this book blew my mind. There is like secrets and mystery, and you kind of know what's happening, but you don't really know what's happening. And the second book answers some of the questions, but not all of them. And there's going to be 6 books altogether, and this should be. I want this to be a movie so bad. But then again, I really worry that if it is a movie, it wouldn't be as good as my mind. Or like, I wouldn't be able to play the character, obviously, because I'm nothing like the character, but I would really want to play the character, and then I wouldn't. Maybe Jennifer Lawrence could play the character. This just should be a movie. This, and while we're on the subject, if you haven't read this book, read this book. It's probably the best book I've read in the last 2 years. I'm obsessed with it. I think after Harry Potter, it is my favorite series, and we don't even count Harry Potter because Harry Potter's just not even a series anymore, it's like a lifestyle. But speaking of that, I would like to see them remake Harry Potter as a TV show and like just have it go on for like 20 seasons. Okay, anyway, so that is the 5 books that I've chosen, but there is one more. I couldn't leave it at 5 because I'm a rule breaker, and I'm just kidding. I just really like this and I wanted to mention it. I think Half-Blood by Jennifer Armentrout would make an incredible movie or TV show. I like TV shows because you get to be with the characters longer, but it is fun and contemporary and has Greek mythology, and there's like magic and fighting and romance, and Aiden would be so sexy, and it would just be so good. Alexandra would be such a kick-ass female character. I think that this really should be made into something because it is just so good, and Jennifer Armentrout deserves to have all the fame because she's fantastic. So, after all this rambling, those are the books that I would pick to be the 5 books into movies if I could be making movies. I'm gonna sign out now because this is probably 9 minutes long. It doesn't need to be, and I should really be writing. So, I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday evening. Thank you so much for subscribing to us. If you want to hit like and subscribe down below, that would be fantastic. I don't think we would complain about that. And if you want to do this video, please do, and send us a link to it because I'd love to see which books to movies you would appreciate seeing. Oh, God. Anyway, I would like to see the books that you would choose to make into movies and maybe find some new books in the process. And also, if any of these books, you have books that you think I would like based on this section, please tell me the names because I'm always on the lookout for new books even though I don't need any. So thank you so much, have a great night, and we'll talk to you later. Bye!